Uh, it
Yeah, we can.
it
I
has some
got some.
style.
I got some stuff on hand. I can make us look like some rich old folks. It'll be fine.
Issue just gestures to himself in rich old folk clothing.
Yeah, fair enough. That works.
I can be a wealthy old man, and you two can be my mooching grandchildren.
I was going to be a tour guide personally, but you know,
That
Well,
works
can
for me.
be. All right, grandson. You'll get your money.
Alright, so I have a question. Who is going to drive?
Who's going to
Well-
drive indeed?
skill.
My vehicles is just a flat one. I'm assuming you have the best vehicles. Like,
I have a 3.
yeah.
So do I.
Like, the thing is, you don't need a high. Oh, James also had one. I don't care. Whoever wants to drive.
I'll drive because I don't need my hands free to do my thing, as it were.
But aren't you just a martial artist?
Well, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
No, I get what you mean. I get it. I
I'm a
can just
Renaissance.
I can just shoot out the window if need. Yeah.
Also, in case we ever need it, I pull out a handicap thing, like the little thing you put on your.
Handicap parking.
Yeah. This is my contribution.
That is some
You
excellent
put it on the
thinking,
rear
sir.
view.
Yes.
See, the problem is that normally it also has license plates.
Typically, police officers will completely ignore a call if they have it at all. There's also some passes that specifically say on it that it's not for a specific car.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's more for generalized.
I
Fair
work
enough.
for senior care. I know about handicap passes.
My grandma has one. That's how I
You
know.
know, I should know more. My dad has one.
At any rate, as you get
I get enough
behind the
company.
wheel, Bonita, you notice, first off, it's not a normal wheel. It's missing the top third of it. And,
Oh, it's like one of those pilot seats. Sort
yes. There's also a assortment of different colors.
I just like
Like
that James
buttons?
Bond.
Assortment of different colored buttons that...
It's a puzzle.
Shut the fuck up, Scott.
It's like James Bond.
Start the car.
It's like James
Putting
Bond.
down. I'd like to do an insight check to see if I can tell what these buttons do.
That would be a technology check.
Oh boy.
Issue would
I'm
like to
just-
make a technology check.
I'm gonna go inside and ask Blue what the buttons do.
Young
believe in
Mr.
you.
KGB, I could use some help with understanding these buttons here.
Just stares at the buttons.
I will put what the buttons do in, chat.
I was about to say, does Blue have a cell phone I could text him on?
Yeah, he's called you on it multiple times.
Right.
Just text Blue's phone.
How?
Hold on, James. I know what they do. Don't call him.
Okay. Just putting my cell phone back.
She just figures it out by fucking staring
After
at
that, I'm no, and driving at the same time on my watch. So
Well, I'm not driving.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. Is I'm making
yo.
sure for sure now that you're not driving, because if you're going to call someone, you can't drive and call at the same time.
Fair.
Yeah.
But we also haven't gotten in the car yet.
Y'all notice Issue has a big ass guitar case on his back.
I've just got like one of those wheelie luggages. Got a picture of an anchor on it.
Inside the guitar case is weaponry. What
Oh.
weaponry, you may ask? Let's find out.
The only guns I need are these, and I lift up my arms and I do a little flex.
He just stares blankly at you.
I put up a finger gun. Like, this is my gun. Bang.
This is going to be a long road trip. He just pulls out a flask and drinks.
We're gonna learn way more than we want to about each other.
I have put what the buttons do in chat.
Oh my god. So
Emergency
it
stuffed
should-
animal ejection?
Issue, as he's drinking, his eyes are closed. He just points. He's like, plane mode, submarine mode, emergency stuff. What the fuck? Front facing turrets, oil slick, and flash. And then he presses the orange button. He's really concerned.
You press the orange button?
Why did you press that button? What are you
Oh,
doing?
no.
Yes,
And
I
attack!
pressed the orange button.
So, from the middle of all of the seats, something just shoots up. The roof opens up with a small hole to allow it to pass through, and it quickly unravels and inflates to about a 50-foot tall stuffed bear.
Oh, everyone saw that. Everyone definitely saw that.
Oh, nice.
That
That's
lands
going, Mr.
very
KGB
heavily back on
smart
top of the
guy.
car.
Wait, it laid on the car?
Yes.
Way
Card-
to be very stealthy, lack, you know?
Guys, the post office is in the middle of nowhere.
Is the car crushed?
No.
It's a stuffed animal. This car fucking weighs 2 tons.
I mean, like, it has, like, some stuffing, but it's also, like, a large part of its air.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. I thought
I'm
we...
driving, so no one is touching any more buttons from now on without my say-so. Got it?
I genuinely thought we just destroyed the car before we even
no,
started.
no.
How do
It's
we
just
get
go
a
back in?
toy. It's not gonna end
Can-
the world,
So
boys.
can Issue figure out how to get rid of this thing?
How do we get it back in?
Yeah,
There is
we
the
need
rid
to.
of the stuffed animal. Once it has been
Shit.
deployed.
Issue just calls Blue Horizon like, there's a stuffed bear in the parking.
Press its nose.
Issue. Well, it's 50 feet tall, so like,
I got this. I'll summon some water and, like, push the nose.
As you push the nose, it like rapidly refills itself, tying back up, and like it does this all in like mid-air and almost in a heat-seeking missile kind of trajectory, goes straight back down in the hull of the car and back into the compartment.
Alright.
Oh, that is certainly convenient.
I have no idea when we will use that, but
I'm
That
sure.
is an
it'll-
option.
you'd be
what
surprised
if we have to
what,
distract a giant child?
well,
I suppose we could use it if there was a chopper above us.
the house of saying go, necessity is the mother of invention, so I'm sure it'll come up sooner or later.
Fair enough.
No one has ever said that.
It's more like,
I said
oh
it
dear
just
God,
now.
I need to make something now.
Okay. Pixel, get inside the car.
I
Do you even need a
can't.
seat?
This car doesn't have any sort of computers on it.
No, I meant get in the car.
Oh,
Oh,
See,
you meant
like-
literally in the car.
a holographic image of the door appears on top of the door. She opens it up, gets in, closes it.
She's sitting in a holographic.
This is gonna be a
booster
long trip, isn't it?
Yes.
And
seat. Okay.
I try to like take
It-
Issue's alcohol from him to like take a swig myself.
He pulls a pistol out of his waistband, points it at you, and continues to drink.
And there was something of note. There was a phrase that was on the mission handout that Blue did not mention, but I just want to make sure that's known. Whenever you go
Yeah.
to pick up the
Heaven,
doctor-
heaven to earth, I think is
yes,
the phrase.
Almost heaven.
Yeah, I'm on top of this shit. All right.
Pixel's just a fucking Alexa. A
Alright,
sentient
come on.
Alexa.
Come on, boys. We're burning daylight. We gotta hit the road now. And,
I would like you to give me a
first of all, I
vehicle
checked-
check for navigation.
Well,
I
first I'd
help?
like to check. Can I check the fuel gauge and check everything is in working order?
Yes. It seems like he just had the car fixed just before this happened.
I'll
Oh, shit,
consider
so-
it.
He'll definitely notice any fuck ups.
Now watch and learn, boys. I'm gonna show you how we ride down south. Very
Can I
mediocre.
try and make my own roll to help?
To be fair, the DC for driving checks isn't never
It's
really
not
high
that
unless you're
harsh.
doing crazy stunt shit.
So
And it's not bad. It's perfectly mediocre.
it takes you. Well, are you just driving straight by yourself, or are you switching out every now and then?
Well, why would we switch out? I think I would just like go in one go, unless
So
It
you're
is
driving
a
with six.
roughly 24-hour straight drive to get from Indianapolis to New York.
Yeah.
And again,
Shit.
I can take over driving. If need be.
well,
Roughly, you could drive.
we'll stop our gas certainly.
roughly could drive for about 10 hours before you would need to switch or take some negatives.
Well, I see that. Then is it like in
Did we pick up the doctor?
No, we have to drive to New York to get the doctor.
And then
Then we're driving to LA.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So I feel like this should just be a road trip episode.
Okay, so if I wanted to go like 11 hours, like what would the penalty be then?
So, pretty much for every hour that you plan to go past the 10, then that's a -2 to the check.
Mm.
Well, I think I can push it another hour, don't you think?
Or I can just take over.
All right. Well, stop. I'll just do the 10 hours then.
Okay. So, with your check, you got roughly 9 of the 24 hours completed. You do pass the world's second biggest ball of yarn, if any of you are interested.
Oh, we gotta keep up appearances. Let's stop.
I'm guessing Pixel would be.
I take a picture with my phone.
Okay,
If she stays in
so
the car and gets drunk.
a bit of time is devoted to making sure that you have thoroughly enjoyed the world's second biggest ball of yarn.
It's just like 30 minutes, not very long.
Yeah,
Where's-
probably just 20.
Where's the world's first biggest ball of yarn?
I know it's somewhere in the Midwest,
Oh.
because that's where they have a lot of that stupid shit.
Hey, don't! It's not stupid. It's white people culture. World's biggest ball of yarn
Let
is
me
in Canada.
diss my own culture.
You're not white.
yes.
You're European.
Back in the Mighty Yarn Wars of '84, we breached the wall of
So let's try
Brigade.
and move forward. We'll have plenty of
so-
other distractions.
So, after stopping to see a few exhibits, you do arrive in New York. New York City, to be precise. Driving throughout this is not fun. It is, well, to put it simply,
It's New York. Yeah,
It's
I've
New
been
York.
in New York. It's like terrible.
you've went roughly through the length of a state in the time that it took for you to get from the start of New York to where you wanted to be at Soul Labs.
Why
Oh my
didn't
God.
we just walk?
As you get to Soul
I
Labs,
fucking hate this city.
As you get to Soul Labs, it is a large white building that has a golden spear attached to the center of it. There is a long path of steps that leads up to the front door, which has quite a bit of glass in it. You're able to see inside a bit, but there's not too much going on in there. It just seems to be a reception area.
Alright.
Right. So I guess we'll go into reception then. We'll see if there's first of all like a list of people to see, but
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I'm gonna go inside and basically I'm gonna look and see if there's like a listing of the people. I wanted to see if like maybe Alan, on the off chance he was on the list. I mean,
As you ask to see a list of the doctors, you are told that they do not give out that information.
it's fine. Well then,
The receptionist,
Sure.
by the way, is a woman in her mid-20s, looks like she's just gotten the job. Fairly, like, not concerned about you, is just sitting back there, filing her very pink nails.
Let me talk to her.
I feel like we've gone back to the 70s. 50s.
Excuse me, Bonnie. Let me speak to her.
before you say anything, I think we should be careful who we let loose lips around. You get my feeling? Like
Right,
maybe
we are
There's
in
no
the middle of a
need. There's no need
receptionist.
for loose lips when you have a code. And also,
Alright.
the mission specifically said when we arrive at Soul Labs. We're at Soul Labs.
all right. But whatever happens that is on you then.
It's not my fault if Halo gives out bad intel and the mission details. It should just kind of approaches the receptionist.
Yes,
Excuse me,
what
miss.
can I help you with?
Does the phrase heaven to earth have any meaning to you?
Finally, we've been waiting like a day or two. One moment, she.
Excuse me, if goddamn
very-
Manhattan is like the center of traffic capital, whatever you have it.
It's like it's the most inhabited city in the United States.
Not my problem. She presses a button. Yes, they're here for the doctor. And moment passes, she begins to file her nails again. Kicks up her feet on the desk.
Okay. Can I look around and see if like someone was like watching us when we made that exchange?
Yeah, give me a perception.
Watch me botch it.
Issue.
Okay, not
Okay.
terrible.
Okay, Issue, also could you roll me a technology check for Pixel? And, looking around, there are a few people that are looking at you as you are a fairly interesting looking bunch.
Tall black man.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck.
A pirate, a lady, and a tall
I'm
black
not dressed as a
man.
pirate. I'm dressed in casual clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing a Hawaiian
got my
shirt
pants
with
up.
like I basically look like a tourist with pink sunglasses and a hat.
I believe the phrase is trying too hard. I'm just wearing like jeans. I even got like my fake leg covered up.
Yeah, like no matter what, we're going to stand out. Mainly
Yeah.
because of issue.
You giant man.
Fucking
At this
6'3"
point, it's like,
black Russian.
What the fuck ever? Just like dressing like in death metal outfits at this point, and we'd be just as noticeable.
Mhm.
So, a few moments pass. A door opens from the back. Two guards come out, and they step off to the side as you see the form of the very short doctor. He looks up at the three of you, and
Except
his
for-
eyes kind of linger on Issue.
Hello,
Hello.
sir. Allow me to introduce ourselves on behalf of the sponsoring you today. My name is Helena Carter. My associates here are Issue and one James Carter III. No relation, by the way. We are here to on your way to Los Angeles. I trust that you are packed for the occasion.
Yes, I have it all right here. He, reaches down into his pocket and pulls out a very tiny suitcase.
I see. Before we get going, sit down with me. I need to talk to you for a second to explain what we're going to do to ensure your safety on this trip.
Okay. He sits down. I hope he's not with you. He looks over at Issue.
Do you have an issue with my technologically disadvantaged associate?
I'm guessing he knows who I am.
I thought maybe it was because he was black.
Yes, I'm
You
not that
guys.
comfortable with black people.
Okay, wow. I was kind of half out a joke.
Oh, that's going to.
This is going to be an awkward road trip.
I mean, I'm more
We
than
can work with
pleased
it.
for you. He motions over to, James. I mean, you're muted. Just look at you.
What?
Hey,
yes, of
doctor.
course. He puts his hand out. Dr. Justin Alberts. I'm an expert in immune genetics.
All right. I'll shake his hand. I'm assuming is what he wants me to do.
Yes.
I'll shake it, I guess.
Doc,
Excuse me, I wasn't entirely finished speaking to you, sir.
Yes.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some extra security to ensure that in the event of individuals try to assassinate you or do some other nefarious activity, that the chances of that occurring are at the very least minimized, if not neutralized entirely. That is, we're going to disguise one of ourselves among our number as yourself, while you are disguised in an inconspicuous manner.
Alright.
So, in order to do that, we need to understand you a bit more. We need to understand your mannerisms, what you like to do in your free time, little things. I'd like to sit down with you and talk a little bit about what your values, just things like that, so that we understand your character.
My favorite food is, well, pickle and cabbage soup. Is there anything else you
I
need to
take
know?
out a piece of note and need to know just a little bit to see obviously you take issue with my my darker colored associate here, but other than that,
Well, of course, they're genetically inferior to us.
Hey, doctor, a question. How is your daughter?
see now, and would you like to elaborate on why you think they're inferior? Do you have any hypotheses to support that assertion?
Well, I'm a geneticist. You know, not nearly as many of the blacks, he just looks at issue,
Christ!
have mutants as the Caucasian.
I'm just gonna take a step away so I'm not in between him and issue.
I see.
Just gonna sort of lean to issue. It's like, all right, man, just don't shoot him, please.
Oh, I'm not going to shoot him. He's not worth it. I wouldn't want to waste a bullet.
Please don't beat him senseless either.
Tell me, doctor, how's Julia doing?
My daughter is doing just fine.
Interesting.
I was informed that, Halo would be transferring her separately from me, so I am happy to get to see her whenever that happens. It is...
Good. Glad you're comfortable. Real quick.
By the way, how is the doctor dressed? By the way,
He's dressed in a... Other than his lab coat, he has a baby blue collared shirt that has a mustard stain on the left-hand side of it, as well as khaki pants.
Scott, calm down, man, please. Seriously.
I'm sorry, the joke was.
to assist in the disguising endeavor, we'll have to. Would you mind changing wardrobe? I would like to know if there's anything that would make you uncomfortable, aside from what you've already stated.
Oh,
I would like to know.
Yes.
No, just basically what kind of preferences you would prefer, or the trip, basically. Like, would you prefer us to be silent guides? Would you prefer us to be communicative? We need to basically treat this as on this journey as possible to avoid drawing attention.
Honestly, I would prefer none of you to really speak that much. I'm used to the quiet of my lab.
Bluebeard just slowly puts this tape of 12 hours of pirate music back into his pocket.
It's unlikely we'd have anything interesting to say to each other either, so nothing lost there.
What can someone like you really have to say of interest?
Tell me, Doctor, you're a geneticist.
Of course.
Now, Klaus, I don't know anything about geneticists. but Issue does.
So what was the question?
Fucking
What is
Thing.
someone pick?
about
Oh,
genetics.
I just say now, Itchy here. Be careful what you say now. This is a fine, respectable gentleman here.
Yes, I love that.
Oh yes,
so much.
yes, he's a very respectable.
Yo, James, you have an opposite meme for that?
Yourselves. Fucking need something interesting, like something smart for Issue to say, but I don't know what the fuck to say.
Well, go ahead and just give me an intelligence roll for a comeback.
God damn it. Okay.
Dice, save me.
I'm a hero point that.
You're gonna waste a hero point?
Fuck you, I can do what I want.
Okay, I guess.
Okay,
Let's hope we don't need that.
yeah.
Maybe he's the
So,
inferior genetic.
I don't think I'm smart enough for this answer.
No, like that's the thing.
Like, okay, so there's kind of just like you spew out a string of genetic code that all white people have that is unmistakably a flaw, and he just kind of looks at you, mouth slightly agape.
Issue just
And
nods.
says
I'll be in the car.
Doctor, how comfortable would you say you would be pretending to be someone else? This is imperative to trying to conceal your identity.
I'm not much of an actor, but honestly, I don't want none of that makeup or girly shit on me.
All right. No makeup or girly. We're gonna make you look like you were back in your prime, in the prime of your day.
I am in my prime.
I mean,
I'm only
Anyway.
37. He looks much older.
well, that is some. Okay. Anyway, regardless, let's get to work now. And basically, I'm gonna go about basically disguising him to look like a younger, like a very intimidating man, and then I'm going to go about disguising myself as much as I can as him.
Okay. Go ahead and trying to think of what skill would work best for that. Deception.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me one check for him and the second check for you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you squat down a bit, you use the lab coat to kind of cover the fact that you're taller than he is.
And I basically want to dress him in like a nice suit, tuxedo.
Yeah, you dress him up fairly nicely, you comb that 3 tufts of hair, you go to change out his goggles, but as you go to ask him to remove them, he simply shakes his head at you.
Oh, is there a sort of medical consideration concerning your facial wear?
It's a heavy prescription, need it to see.
I see.
Yeah, real genetically fucking superior there, buddy.
Okay. Is there a way I can like dress up the goggles to look differently? Like maybe make them look more like sunglasses or.
Yeah, using a few... He takes you back to the lab as you are looking around for extra materials. You use a few bits of plastic to kind of like make a frame around it, hiding the actual strap bit. Because like the goggles, you can't really see through them, you kind of just put a layer of, while still see-throughable, it's just black tape that goes across it, giving it a nice sunglasses look. and you disguise yourself fairly well as him. Again, squatting down from your normal posture, kind of like throwing your shoulders out a bit more. It's a fairly convincing disguise.
Okay, and basically, I'm going to explain. Okay, just to explain your cover story here is that, as you obviously, but you're going to be a long lost younger brother, and to bond the mend the ties that were once severed, we are going on a cross country tour across the thing to bond and basically do a trip. First of all, I just want to say, Mister, you are a magnificent actor. I don't know what you were saying earlier. You are just great.
Yeah. Look, I have some, cabbage stew in my mini fridge over there. Could you grab it for me?
Sure. Go to the fridge and
You open the fridge, you're hit by a wave of cold air. You expect to see just like shelves, but it seems like it's a crawl space that leads into a much, much larger freezer.
Do you want me to go get it for you?
no. I can get it fine. There
If you say
is-
so.
Oh, wait. Are you saying it's like a crawl space, or
Yeah, it's
like how?
like you crawl in, and after a little bit, it drops down into a ladder that has almost a warehouse level of area in it.
Okay. Do a perception check to see if I can find the bench salad in a timely manner.
Okay. So,
Not
as
great.
you go down the ladder, the lights begin to come on. The warehouse goes out maybe 500 feet in, off to the distance, and then 250 feet on either side. You're smack dab in the middle of one of the walls. You see row after row after row of shelves, and all of them stocked full with cabbage soup.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I guess I'll just like. Is there one that's like maybe fuller or emptier than the others? Like,
They are all completely full.
guess I'll just grab one. It's just a warehouse full of food, right?
Yes.
Just food.
Just
I don't know if there was anything special about it, or like if there may be some geneticist schematics here that maybe I should snoop on.
Oh no. Like, even if you, like, stay to snoop a little bit, it's just cabbage stew.
I'll take two. I'll take a couple. I'll take Sorry.
Alright. You emerge from the mini fridge with the containers of cabbage stew.
Okay. How full are my arms? Like, I remember I had to climb down a ladder to.
You're able to, just kind of, like, put them all into one arm. You climb up with your other hand. Fairly easily. It's not that hard to climb up a ladder with one hand.
Alright. Okay, so I guess I'll head on back then. And,
Okay.
were these the cabbage stews you were referring to, sir?
Oh, yes. Oh. I had some kept cold for the, drive. Wish I could bring my mini fridge with me.
Don't worry, we have a mini fridge in the car. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Alright,
I guess
let's
we'll
keep
head out.
going.
Oh, could you, since I'm leaving here for a while, could you unplug it for me?
Sorry? Unplug
The mini fridge.
the menu. Okay, wait, going back. Okay. You're faster than me. Go do that.
Not really,
I mean,
but
it's
alright.
there in the lab with you. It's a fairly small space that you're currently in.
Wait, like, unplug it, like, just from the wall, the mini fridge?
Yes.
Okay, I can just do that easily.
You unplug it from the wall. There is... Well... Give me a fortitude.
15?
You instinctively shift to your watery form as gravity slams down upon you. You end up as a short squash form, standing at about roughly 4 foot high. You're otherwise unaffected.
How did I
I'll
have
plug it
the
back in.
foresight to see that?
I plug it back in.
You plug it back in. There is a slow whirling. The entire building begins to shake for a moment, and then... nothing.
I'm still short?
I mean,
You
you're in a
see
watery
this,
form.
like-
You can just move yourself back to normal.
Oh, right. Alright. Alright, what the hell was that?
Oh.
I would like to know what you just did, sir.
Because that could have killed me.
What exactly
Well, I'm
happened,
sure you would
James?
be able to take it. I know about your mutations, and well, it's that mini fridge is a mini fridge.
You don't want to plug in yourself.
Fucking
James,
Mini
don't
fridge.
be like that. We need this guy. We do not want to.
fucking mini fridge. God damn it, Clouds.
It's
Am I not getting it? What?
Mini, small, mini fridge.
Oh.
one of my colleagues designed
Oh.
it. It is still experimental.
Look, do you really
No,
need this thing unplugged?
Yes.
I think this is unplugged. It's unplugged. Don't worry about it. He's just making a bit of a fuss about it.
I'll go back to the water form ready this time and unplug it again.
You again get squashed, but again, you're just able to unsquash yourself.
Yes. You know, you gotta tell people when that sort of thing's gonna happen.